Very good. Okay, Raj.
This is the continuation of the 28 spoke medicine wheel that I was given the last presentation about. This one is going to be about the alignments as well as demonstrating how it's used. To be honest with you, I think the medicine wheel is even more sophisticated than the Maya Ketan count that you have to add 5 unlucky days or take off 5 unlucky days, or even the 260-day sacred calendar where you have to add 13 days after 52 years to bring the calendar cosmos in sync. With the medicine wheel, you don't have to do that. Everybody thinks it's primitive. It's more effective than the modern calendars that came after it. But to pick up where we left off, everything on Turtle Island is related to the turtle. That's why we're turtleins, we're here on Turtle Island. Why? Because there's 28 on the outside here, back to where it is, it's 28, which stands for 28 days right there. And those 28 days, which represents the outer side of the shell, is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the inside. 28 times 13 equals 364. I even got words from some people from England that said if you go on the other side of the turtle, it has 15 on the other side. If you go around 3 times, it's 60 for an hour. And on the inside of the inside shell, they have 12, which stands for the 12 hours and then 24 hours times 2 on the bottom of the shell.
I think you would have to show me that. I'd have to see it visually
I'm just telling you what the British told me.
Oh, very cool.
Ask them to show you. They're the ones making the claim. Don't ask me. I didn't make the claim. I'm making this claim over here.
Okay.
I'm just telling you what the British told me. The British are coming. Calm down, Colin. I'm not British. Well, 13 times 28 equals 364. All turtle shells have 13 moons and 28 days, and 28 times 13, 364. Just remember that 364 number. Now we're going to come over to my little table over here, and I get Colleen on this side so we're not recording it upside down. And I could set it up so she don't have to be at a weird angle, and I'm not hitting my light like I always do, because for some reason I'm always hitting the light. This one right here is the 28 spoke medicine wheel at Wyoming. This is the layout, the actual layout. I started counting it from its rough state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when I started looking at that, and I put this over here where the equinox is at, and I looked at it and I went, it's laid out in a mathematical formula. So I went and found other research papers that were by archaeologists that gave their fantasies, their misconceptions, their misinformation about how this thing works. And so I went over and got the layout from the researchers that were working on it, the non-native researchers. You see all these smudge marks that are all in the background here? Every little smudge mark that's over here? I had to erase everything because everything was wrong. That's what all these smudge marks are. I had to erase everything because everything they put on here was totally wrong. And then I had to start from scratch. The only thing I left was the template of the 28 spokes. Everything else after that is what I added to it after I stripped it bare. And it was just the spokes and the wheel. So the turtle has 364 in its number. Now if you look over here at this little thing right here, that represents the sun. That sun sits between the two stones. that are on the medicine wheel. So they're bordered by two stones and the sun is right there. Why is that important? Because every space in between it represents a day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So now you know that in between the stones represents where the sun would sit. There's the 28 days going around. And then that 13 again. So there's that number again. 364. Why is 364 important? For another reason. I did the 28 times 13 for the day count for the suns that are in between here. But I'm going to do a different count, which means let's start with something that is a good way of starting this thing so it's not too confusing. Oh, we're hitting the light already.
That was me.
Okay, I know how to do it now. You see that 91 right there? Every one of these rocks now will stand for 13 days. 13 days, 26 days, 39 days, 52 days, 65 days, 78 days, and where the bottom of this triangle is located, 91. Why is that important? 91 to 91 times 4. What does that equal? 364 days.
91 days times 4 is 364
It's a representation of that shell.
Ah.
But mathematically laid out. But it's a representation of the turtle shell, basically. So now you know that from here, where the winter is at, it's 91 days to the spring, and then it's 91 days to summer, and then it's 91 days to fall, and then it's 91 days back to start all over again. The seasons. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Then you start all over again. 91, 91, 91, 91. And there's that 364 again.
364 days.
So that's how you can tell how
Yes.
the seasons are going to be coming for
Yes.
spring, summer, fall, and winter. Now, if you take each of these rocks that are on here, like this right here, and instead of, what would you call it? Oh, yeah. See this right here? That's a circle with that in the middle.
Yes.
And this circle with that in the middle, where the spring and the fall is at,
Yes.
that's the equinox line. That runs right through here. Where it's equal day, equal night. You put that circle right half here, half there, half here, half there, which stands for that equal day, equal night, which is different than putting it between the rocks. You put the rock right in the center. So the equinox. So this is the way you sit on this side where that little star is at. That's a person. When you're sitting over here and the sun is rising right across from you, you know it's the equinox because it's going to over here. So that's the path of the equinox sun going over to this side, and this is a person watching it. So over here on the other side, you can figure out when the equinox is going to happen. Now you go 13, 26, and 39. 13, 26, 39. And then you put a sun there. You put a sun there. Why? This person that's sitting over here where the equinox line is at, now could look over here to these two rocks over here and these two rocks over here, and they can figure out when the solstice is going to happen. From when the equinox happens, I'll go to this solstice over here. Let's say this is the equinox and it stands for 0. Okay, now you go 13 days, the sun is here. 26 days, the sun is here. 39 days, the sun is here. 52 days, the sun is there. And it's the same thing for going this way.
The in-between points.
Mm-hmm.
They're in between. The sun is in between.
So now when you're standing here and you see the sun come up between these two rocks, which is 1, 2, 3 from the equinox line, you know that's the solstice. And how do you know that's going to be the solstice? You can double check. How do you double check? This is looking at the sunrise. But if you go to the other side, like where this is at over here, but to over here, and you see that's where we're looking at from here to there, this over here goes across to there.
So the sun sets there.
The sunset will be there. So when you're on this side, and it's the same amount of rocks, just like over there, you could double check, except it's at the evening time, and you're looking west this time at the sunset. And the sun is going between these two rocks. So now you can double check your solstice with the morning sunrise and the evening sunset. The same thing can work with this to there too, which I just described on there.
So one is winter, one is...
Yeah, one is the winter and one is the summer solstice, and the other is the equinox is for spring and fall. So now that you know that this path, when you're standing over here, and let's say we looked at that one already. Let's say we look at this one over here. You're standing over here, and the sun's coming up over here, and now you know its path is going this way to there.
So you want to be... Okay.
So now that you're knowing that, so when you go over here, and then you check things out, you look for these two rocks over here from this angle in the evening time to double check. And then when the sun sets there, you'll know it's the real date because you can double check it that way.
So if someone is lost in time, or maybe they forgot to keep track, maybe they forgot to do a notch or forgot to tie a knot or something like that, they can just reset by going to a medicine wheel or making a medicine wheel.
Yeah, you can. That's why this was so. I mean, if you're like the Lakota people that were mobile people that traveled with the seasons, this would make total sense to make a temporary one without having to build a pyramid or a temple.
Yeah.
Or a mound even.
And I think that back then, even if they did get lost in time, I think they were really good at keeping track of time, because I remember when I was little, my grandpa was 98 years old. This was 40 years ago. He was adamant. That was the one thing he did first thing every morning. Not just all my grandpas. They were spot on with their calendar. And I think this calendar keeping is just part of our blood, or part of our...
It's our heritage.
Yeah.
We're letting foreigners erase it too, which is a drag. You see that little pyramid shape in the middle here in that circle?
Yeah.
That's there for a reason.
Oh.
That pyramid represents how this can be applied to any pyramid in Mesoamerica. What do I mean by that? You see this light blue line that's running right here to here to here to here?
Yes.
That's a Mesoamerican pyramid. Now, take the same thing we just did by looking at here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, look at the pyramid from that corner. The sun will go whoop to that corner.
Well, that's like the pyramid of the sun, like how the light travels on it, isn't it?
All the pyramids.
Oh my God.
Every pyramid in every community has a pyramid that's built like this.
Cool.
Or they'll get lost in space and time, Colleen.
Right. And you know what's really cool? This actually looks like the sun. Like the Native American depictions of the sun in sand paintings and stuff like that.
You know what it looks like too? It looks like one of those mandalas from the Hindu.
Oh, yeah, because that is so cool.
And then on this side, when you're on this side for this sun, it does the same thing from this corner of the pyramid. You go all across to that corner of the pyramid, and it tells you where it's pointing to do the same thing the medicine wheel is doing. That's what the light...
the light tells you.
The light blue.
This is light technology, basically.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So now I showed you how you can apply this to the Mesoamerican pyramids and how it applies to the medicine wheel. and how it works from days to 13 months to 91 days per season. That pretty much gives you the layout of how this thing works. But if you'll notice on the solstice right here, when it's, well, how would I say, okay, let's pretend here. Let's say that it's you need to plant your fields, right?
Yes.
The sun rises here, 13 days, 26 days later, it's telling you that in this 13-day window, it's time to plant before spring. The optimum time to plant. When the sun comes up, first day of spring, your seeds should have been in the ground during this time. Anything after that, you're screwed. Anything before that, you're screwed. But optimum time is those 13 days.
Okay, right here.
Right there before
Okay.
that yellow line.
So this might be too early, and this might be too late.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
just
just
like
said.
for your standard. And I'm guessing that doesn't really include like winter things. I don't know, onions and garlic. Those are kind of winter crops, aren't they?
I'm talking about seasonal things.
Oh, okay, seasonal things. Got
You're
it.
talking about corn.
Okay, corn, beans, and squash. Got it.
We're not talking about white man plants. I'm trying to. You're breaking my train of thought.
Okay.
Okay, well, 13 days to plant before the spring happens, so you'll have the best time for the plants to grow. After they're planted, you go through this entire time to the summer, and then you go all the way back to over here. And then when you're on this side over here, and you see that solstice marker over there, when you see that solstice marker from this side on the sunset, it's telling you have 13 days to harvest. Optimum time to harvest. Anytime earlier, no good. Anytime after, no good. Too late. 13 optimal days to do your harvest. And you should be done with all your harvest by the time the Pleiades is directly overhead at midnight and Venus is going to rise as the morning star.
Wow. That's in November.
November 13th.
Except for 2 years when it's October 31st.
Well, that's white man's talk. Don't quit talking white man talk.
Okay.
I'm talking Indian time.
I guess I'm referencing like going back to the Aztec year count
Been at Del
calendar.
Norte too long.
Okay.
But anyway, this tells you, gives you a heads up when to harvest, because the Pleiades is directly overhead at midnight, and then on the next morning, on this point, Venus will rise on its first day as the morning star. Why is this important? This whole thing is based, remember I told you that this is more accurate than the Mesoamerican 260-day sacred calendar, because you don't have to add 13 days to bring the cosmos and calendar back.
After 52 years,
Or
yes.
the 20-year Caton count where you have 5 unlucky days
Yes.
and all of that craziness.
Okay.
This eliminates that.
Wow.
Totally eliminates it. As primitive as they think this is, watch. 365 Earth days, which is how long it takes for a year, times those 8 Earth years equals 2,920 days. So 2,920 days you take over here, and now you divide it by 584, which are Venus days. And when you do that, 2,920 divided by 584, you get 5 Venus years. Or in other words, 8 Earth years equals 5 Venus years, right to the T.
Wow, Raj.
There's no wiggle room. There's no one day ahead, no one day behind, no any of that. Look, I just showed you that it's all tight as a glove. Within that 8-year period. Remember I said about November 13th?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you something on that November 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 years right there. And then on this 8th year, there'll be another first day of the rising of the morning star.
Okay.
To prove to the world and to the Mesoamericans that I don't have to add 13 days, and to the Maya and the Olmecs, who might still be out there for all I know, that I don't need to worry about 5 unlucky days and make it 360 or any of the. I hate remainders. If it's not a 0.25, a quarter, 0.50 or half, 0.75, 3/4, or 00 full, then it's not worth messing with. With me, it's got remainders, it's imperfect.
Right.
But anyway, I'm going to prove to you by going beyond 52 years with showing you that I don't need to add anything to make this thing work. From 1934, which in our...
in the year count calendar.
Yeah, year count. I think I have...
Do you have that calendar? Here, I'll pause for a second. Okay, so here's the Aztec year count calendar correlated to the Gregorian calendar.
One reed. See that one reed right there?
Yes.
1934.
Okay.
1934.
Okay.
Now watch. 1934. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 reed. 1950. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 12 reed. 1958. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 reed. Yeah, 10 reed. Oop. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm missing one up. Where am I at? Where was reed? Oh, there it is. Oh, here it is. 82. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see what I'm doing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why I'm hitting that wrong. I should supposed to go over here. 5 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 13 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 11 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6 reed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2037. And to start the whole calendar over again, guess what year it starts at? 2038. 39. 1 reed.
Right.
But
and that's November 13th.
And each of these, when you go 52, you got to add 13 days to compensate to bring the calendar and the cosmos back together.
And that's if you're using the year count calendar from the Aztecs.
Now you know that 1934, which I showed right here. That was on the other page. This is going back
This is
to
the heaven
beginning.
cycle. Go back to the hell cycle.
There's that 1934 at 1 reed. 1934 plus 104 makes 2038. Now that 1934, now watch.
So 104 years. So that's 2 52-year cycles.
Now watch this. See that 1934 right there?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1942. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1950. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1958. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1966. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1974. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1982. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 1990. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1998. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2006. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2014. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2022. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2030. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's all of the morning star rises.
2038. Yeah, Venus
there's
rises
13,
as morning star.
13 of them of 8 cycles, which makes 104 years, which is what I just covered. And I didn't have to add 13 remainder days. I didn't have to do 5 unlucky days. I didn't have to do any of that, Colleen, did I?
No.
No, watch this, Colleen.
Wow.
Now look at this, 1982. So this, we know this stands for November 13th, right?
Yeah.
Now watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, from 82 to 1990, right here. See that spring right there?
Yes.
That's 26 days before spring in 1990, the morning star rises.
Okay.
This can tell me about how the morning stars, when they're going to arrive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So you can keep track of Venus as the morning star.
Yep, here's another morning star rising right here in 1998. How do I know this is that? This is summer. This is 13 days. I mean, yeah, wait a minute. No, 8 years, I mean. I'm getting all mixed up now. This is an 8-year difference right here.
Okay.
So,
oh, I see. So 8 years later, Venus is rising as morning star.
8 years, I guess, before
About
summer.
26 days after the solstice.
The morning star will rise. And then from that point on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is back to the fall. So you know that during the equinox, there's going to be a morning star rising. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is winter right here. So about 13 days after winter, there'll be a morning star rising in 2014. I could do that to all of them, all up to 2039.
Jesus Christ, Raj.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell you.
You are freaking blowing my mind, as usual.
Well, I'm going to explain.
And this is going to be shared with my students, by the
I'm
way.
using November 13th. It's the Indigenous New Year. That's November 13th. Why? December 22nd is the winter solstice. You minus 30 days from that, it'll take you to November 22nd. See, 22, 30 days. November 22nd minus the 9 days takes you to November 13th. 13 times 39 takes you to December 22nd. And that's why this Indigenous New Year starts on November 13th, which is our way of starting New Year. But right after you're done harvesting, it's the beginning of the next year, I guess you would say.
Can you repeat that one more time?
Okay. You take December 22nd,
Okay.
which is the winter solstice.
Okay.
You minus 30 days, because I'm going to go for 39. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, you're shooting for 39 days. Okay, got it.
Which goes to November 22nd, which is the 30 days minus that. So that's that November 22nd date. Then you minus the 9 days, see, for that 39.
Ah.
And then it takes you to November 13th.
Okay. And 39 is basically, it's a sacred number because it's a multiple of 13.
39, 26, 13, 0.
Oh, Venus rises as morning star. That's why Quetzalcoatl's name also included morning star as part of it.
So it's really important to know, for Native people to know, that not to use January 1st as the beginning of New Year's. It's November 13th. And it was all tied into, harvesting and planting and all of that other good stuff.
Practical matters.
Yeah. Now, with what I just showed you and your knowledge of what I showed you with the 260-day sacred calendar, by adding those 13 days And the Caton count, I told you about the 5 unlucky days on
Yes.
my account. Isn't this system easier? There's no remainders.
It's super accurate.
No remainders.
And since the pyramid is part of
No
it,
leap years. No nothing.
wow.
It's perfect. I mean, as simple as this looks, it's more perfect than the 260-day sacred calendar.
Right, the
I mean,
Aztec
I have a lot of
260
respect for that
calendar
calendar.
and the Mayan calendar.
Don't get me
Wow.
wrong. I have a lot of respect for
And
that
this was
calendar.
the tribes who were nomadic and traveling.
And these are the people that they, are ignoring because they think just because they put a pile of rocks out there, in the middle of the cow chips, that it don't mean anything. When you put the layout here, it's a technical scientific diagram.
Holy cow.
I mean, it's your day count,
Oh
it's your
my
season
God.
count, it's your year count,
Wow.
and your Venus count, so when the Venus rises. Why is it important to know when Venus rises? When the first day of the morning star rises, it affects certain classes and certain things in life. Sometimes it affects poor people, sometimes it affects rich people, sometimes it'll affect the elderly, sometimes it'll affect children, sometimes it'll affect the youth, sometimes it depends on what day it's rising with the morning star. It'll affect that class.
Wow.
In 2039, when the morning star rises this time around, it's affecting the rich and the powerful. It's taking them out. And that's why I'm doing this, because you need something to replace the caca with.
Something to replace the rich and powerful.
No, the modern caca.
Or just the modern caca.
Modern caca is all misinformation. You think
Yeah, that's
modern
true.
men... Look, I told you I had to erase everything on here to put the real information there. Look how much smudges are on there.
Right.
It's all wrong. Not just a little, all wrong.
Oh my God.
I mean, look, see that right there?
Yeah.
See it, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see up here now, up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. That thing is telling you
Where
to
the
do
sun
that.
is.
Those 13 days, it's telling you to get ready. That's why it's pointing that way. Those are those 13 days to harvest. See?
Yep.
And then what is this over here? Now you're counting it again. Let's do this again. Let me see. Let's see. 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is again. This right here is pointing out the solstice. This is north, that's south.
Wow.
How do I know this is the equinox? It shows you this little U right here, and it's letting you know that it's divided right down into the middle. That's why I know that stands for the equinox, because that U right there, for the equinox. That U is pointing over here for, like I said, for the 13 days to harvest. And this one over here seems to be tied to, let's see, here, which is probably telling you that you got 13 days before the equinox occurs there. You were right. It's a computer. It's a calculator. It's an interplanetary almanac out in the middle of the fields and all the buffalo chips and out in the middle of nowhere, sitting on top of a mountain in Wyoming. It's one of the most advanced calculators and computers you could ever get to balance time and space.
Wow.
And everybody thinks it's just a pile of rocks. Well, anyway, students, I hope you got something out of that, and I hope I didn't confuse you, because there is a lot of diagrams. Not only am I convinced that this diagram that we're looking at right here might be a Himalaya Tibetan mandala or out of India or one of those on that. I think I might even seen the same design in the Nazca layout of the geoglyphs they have over there.
South America. That's in Peru, huh?
And it seems to be the same exact thing that I've drawn here, except it's not in color, but it's the same layout.
Wow. Awesome.
So I just want to let you know about the medicine wheel because I think it's the most sophisticated piece of calendar and timekeeping and for keeping track of celestial events. And I think it's been underappreciated for too long. And I think it's been sensationalized. And people think you can, go into portals in there.
New age hokey pokey.
New age
portals.
hokiness and all of that. I admit, it is sacred. It is powerful. No doubt about that. For different reasons than sensationalism and entertainment. It was powerful because it helped life.
Well, the cycles of life. You could understand the cycles of life.
When the plant and harvest, you get to eat. You get to live. It's really basic.
Pretty basic. Yeah.
So this is really a cosmic calendar that goes from one day all the way up to those 8 Venus cycles that I was telling you, and it's based on an Earth-Venus ratio, apparently, of the 8 Earth years to the 5 Venus years.
I wonder if that's why, Venus was so important, as the hero twins representing that, the morning star. That's just, it's just mind-boggling, all the different connections that can be made. Hero twins
is the yin and yang, if you haven't really noticed.
Yes.
What is the other twin?
The evening star.
You got it. Nobody thinks of it that way. There are 2 twins. There's the morning star and there's the evening star. Why? Because they're both the same planet, Venus. But one just comes up in the morning and one comes up in the evening, but they're the same planet. And that's why they're twins. That's why one is the dark twin and one is a light twin.
Yeah.
One brings in the light, one brings in the darkness.
Wow.
Cosmic, it's not legend.
Yeah.
It's physics.
Well, now it makes me want to look at the planets, the synodic cycles of the different planets, and to think about that. Yes.
You see this layout is 28.
Yeah.
You put 9 spokes on here, you can figure out everything you need for Mercury. You put 45 spokes on here, you can figure out everything you need for Venus itself. Just like you did 28 here, you put 60 spokes, you could figure out the same thing what we're doing here for Mars. You could do that to all the planets and the 2 objects beyond Pluto.
Wow.
And you figure out their seasons, you figure out everything that you're doing on Earth, you could figure out for all the other planets. You just got to use this different set of numbers.
And you actually covered that, some of that in the last presentation too. So that's pretty darn cool.
Well, that's why I was trying to continue with my train of thought because we were on the medicine wheel and I didn't quite get past the turtle.
Oh, okay.
But we got past the turtle today.
So I started off my native studies students with the basics of the medicine wheel, and I'm going to be taking them through this. They're going to be learning stuff that even their grandparents don't know. So I think that's so amazing. Thank you, Roger, for sharing this. And we'll tune in next time.
Yep.
Okay.
Class out. Hope I didn't confuse anyone and I said it without confusing anyone. Because this is really important.